So I guess my body shape is quite, I'd say, unique in some ways. So I've got a longish torso, so normal stature, short arms, and they can't extend fully, shorter legs as well. And then my limbs, so arms and legs, are both shorter at the proximal joint, which is the one nearest the body, versus the distal. No bikes would fit me. Kind of, I looked at the smallest, 3 extra small canyons, treks, etc. And so I've always had to have a custom bike. So short reach, short seat tube. I had some 24-inch wheels before. I had a steel bike. 24-inch was an absolute nightmare. They'll sure be wheelchair tires, so they're 40C. I think they weighed about 500 or 600 grams each. Super slow, super heavy. And they actually stopped making them, so I hoarded about 20 sets of them. 700C is like just a game changer for me because I can get any wheel, tube, tyre, or no tubes, which again, I couldn't have tubeless before. And it just rolls so much better. First ride on this, it was like I was on a magic carpet, just going over little bumps where normally I'd go down into it, and just be like kind of monster trucking them. Here it's like you just glide.
And so you can borrow my spares.
Which again, like if I run out of tubes out on a ride, and no one's got 24-inch tubes, you're toast. Yeah, I used to have like a ride that I'd have to cut short because I'd take a tube or 2 tubes with me, puncture both, and then it's game over. Probably should have had a puncture kit, but now it's like it's not a worry. If I go traveling, cycling, somewhere I don't know, I feel a lot safer because it's just you've got all the parts are kind of standard. This whole process took probably about 9 months. So getting the fit data, sending it to Sarto, getting some initial geometry back, tweaking a little bit. I have to have short cranks. These are 135mm, so pretty short. During the bike fitting process, we went all the way down to like 115, which was super short. My hips are rotated outwards a bit, so I get a little bit of hip impingement through the pedal stroke. 115s are crazy because we literally had a super aggressive stem. It was like an adjustable one, and we put it down like 40mm, and I could just get so low because I'm really flexible front to back. But then going up climbs, it was just a nightmare. I couldn't climb on them. These are made by Appleman. So it's a manufacturer based in the US. They're machined out of solid aluminium. I think he makes them for like tandems. So he makes it all the way up to 175. And we just found them, they're really nicely made, because I was worried because no one makes short cranks. You can't get any sort of Shimano group set, anything, I don't know, like lower than 165. So that was a godsend. They've got the standard Ultegra rings on, Ultegra group set everywhere else, and then 700C wheels, which is like my dream come true. So got some NV wheels on here. These roll so fast. When I first rode on this bike, obviously there's lots of components that are better, but just I think the wheels, the size of the wheels, the compound of the tyre is just incredible. It was like at least 5k an hour quicker on flat for a given power, which is, to me, is just like incredible, because that makes the difference between being like pushing it in a group ride and just being comfortable. Narrow handlebars. So I've got quite broad shoulders, actually broader than I guess broader than average, because my arms are shorter. It's actually way more comfortable having a narrow bar. If I'm out like this with my shorter arms, it kind of feels a lot further away. So being narrower kind of reduces the distance, effective distance. So these are the narrowest NV bars they do. I think I can't remember what they are. I think they're like 30 something on from center to center. I'll find out what that number is. And then the shortest stem that they make. Reach needs to be as short as it can be without there being toe overlap. So the short cranks actually help that a lot, because there's no risk of me hitting my foot on the wheel, because the cranks are so short and my feet are small, so I can get a really short top tube, which is nice. Like, the great thing is that although this is like it's a unique sized bike, the only thing that's custom is the frame. Everything else is actually normal, like I guess off the shelf. The cranks are kind of a little bit niche, but power meter pedals, normal wheels, normal group set, normal cockpit, normal saddle, normal seat post, normal water bottle. Everything's kind of, apart from that, it's allowed me to have just a normal bike, which kind of sounds like a bit weird, but it's actually amazing for me just to have it's no like weird like home baked bits. It's like proper, and it's it's good stuff.
You're gonna mention the one annoying thing?
My sweat.
I wasn't going to say that.
Oh yeah. So the only challenge of a small frame is the small front triangle, which means I can only get one bottle in. So out here, it's where it's super hot. That is a challenge. So I'm always looking for water stops, and I get seriously hot and sweaty. So that's the only challenge. But I've just got a big bottle in there, and it's fine. I've got quite small hands, short fingers, so generating braking power is a little bit harder for me. So disc brakes are incredible for me. When I first got into road, I come from mountain biking, and I got this like kids road bike with caliper brakes, and it was like I spent like 40 quid on eBay on this thing, and it was so dangerous. I almost killed myself like 3 times because I was used to like bombing it down the hill and then expecting, mountain bike level braking, and it just didn't happen. So disc brakes for me are really good. These have got 160mm, so it's like the bigger one on the front. They're great for me. Perfect. If you're thinking about getting a custom bike, I would 100% go to a bike fitter. James, who I worked with this on, was like incredible. Spent so much time with me making sure the bike was right. Loads of kind of back and forth on adjusting stuff, and it really did make a massive difference. So I'd 100% recommend tracking down a good bike fitter, speaking to them about what you need, and working with them on, rather than just like diving straight in, because when I did that, it made a massive difference.